Hi, I'm Wayna. Welcome back. This is video 2 in a 3-part series of how I started to get better bread with these simple changes. I say experience is the best teacher, and the strategy is just to get started. So, number 4 tip to get better bread is gonna be to let your starter do its work. I used to watch the clock like a hawk. I used to read recipes that said let your dough sit for 4 hours. And the truth is I wasn't letting my dough sit long enough, or I was letting it sit too long, and I didn't really know how to know if it was ready. So now I just mix my dough before I go to bed. And as long as the house isn't burning hot or freezing cold, my dough will be just fine in the morning. I don't mind if it's overproofed because my recipe is going to help me with tip number 5, and that's shaping. I used to use a ton of flour to shape. Now I don't need to because the recipe is lower hydration or less water. And if I do overproof it way too much because it was too warm the night before, I turn it into pizza dough. So no problem. We're still going to have sourdough no matter what. And if it's underproofed, which rarely happens, then I'll just let it sit a little bit longer on the countertop. I will mention that I am an ESL teacher, so I wake up pretty early. So I started the dough around 6:30, and I was back at it at 6:30 the next day. So I'm gonna do my best to get it into a shape here. And then I'm gonna share tip number 6. I don't think you have to have a large kitchen or a beautiful kitchen even to do sourdough. I don't think you have to have fancy tools, and don't mind my excess sourdough starter sitting here on the counter. These wood pulp banneton baskets changed my sourdough game. So if you want to invest in anything, I would say invest in these wood pulp banneton baskets and a bench scraper. Sourdough is sticky and it's messy, and you can clean up anything with this bench scraper. Plus, did you just see how easy I cut my dough? Yeah, I use it for pizza dough. I use it for everything. So number 6 was wood pulp banneton baskets.